Tuhan yang manakah yang kamu sembah? Oh, tiadalah esa Tuhan yang kamu sembah. Di tanah Jawa orang musyrik suka ke pantai berdoa pada Nyiloro Kidul. Oh, di tanah Jawa lembu pun menjadi kiai, kotorannya diperebutkan dan dianggap berkah. Kereta disembah, air cuciannya dianggap berkah dan suci dan diperebutkan. Oh, manakah agamamu? Fakot kadabuhu fasayatihim amba'u makanu bihiyas taji'u. Kau tak menyembah Allah, padahal kamu menyebut dirimu Islam. Kau telah mendustakan Al-Quran. Kamu mau berjanji dengan jin, mengapa harus ke pantai selatan, membuang sesajen, melarung tumbang? Mujizat Allah akan membinasakanmu. Tongkat Nabi Musa tak bersamaku, tapi Dajjal itu akan dibinasakan. Walau nazzalnahu ala ba'dil ajamin. Dan seandainya wahyu itu kami turunkan kepada sebagian golongan bukan Arab, inilah perjanjian Allah atas kaum Eden di Indonesia. Bangsa Indonesia, kaum yang akan dibangkitkan memerangi Dajjal.
Jangan menyembah Nyiloro Kidul, jangan membawa jin, jangan pula menyihir, karena kamu ingin menang atau ingin kaya.
Menjadi penyihir dan kamu menjadi musyrik. Nur Allah telah sampai di bumi. Para malaikat menantang iblis. Kemarilah wahai iblis, ku binasakan kamu. Kemarilah iblis, ku bukakan kedokmu. Dengan nama Allah ku perangi Dajjal. Dengan nama Allah ku lawan Nyiloro Kidul. jauhkan dirimu dari kemusyrikan, perangi Dajjal. Jangan menjadi pengikut iblis, menyembah Nyi Roro Kidul. Datanglah Nyi Roro Kidul, aku musuhmu. Faqad kaltabu fasayatihim ambau, makan bihias tahji'u. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
The revocation of the spirit of the Holy Spirits and Lia Eden's vow toward Nyi Roro Kidul that is bounded to the spirit of Nyi Roro Kidul's vow toward Eden, from its lay in Her Excellency Mother Lia Eden's bosom since August the 22nd, 1999, and it was just revoked 16 years later. This incident happened on June the 29th, 2015. The pulling out of the spirit of the vow from Her Excellency Mother Lia Eden's bosom is done by using the most sacred God's revelation scepter. And here's the procession of the spirit's revocation. The revocation of the spirit of the sacred vow, which contains severe harm and that has been residing in Her Excellency Mother's body for 16 years, now it is allowed by God to be revoked and released for the sake of marking that the battle of Armageddon is already open freely. There is the battle between the angels and the devils, which has been widely open in human world. When the harms of vow has been freely revealed, then human being has no protection against the devil's torment. Thus wrongdoing is soaring, and more honored people are seen losing their wisdom, and more people are intentionally doing vicious actions and seen ferocious and brutal, as if goodness and righteousness exist not anymore, let alone honesty. And even for the faithful humans, they are also going through the risk to be defeated by the devil's allure, as all people showing their negative side without being able to be hindered. Thus, the world is filled with confusion and wickedness. Armageddon battle is a terminology that brings forth the mystery of war between the angels and devils. The hell has fully flared up, whilst heaven could not be existed yet. Heaven could not be thwarted, but if heaven is defeated by humans' ignorance, does God let the devil celebrate their victory? And it is the situation and condition that happen in heaven which are included by God to be the base of His consideration upon His statement related to Armageddon. Thus the essence of such mystery now is being applied in human world, so that the Armageddon battle is implied. Truly, this time wickedness has become prevailing, the sign that the angels have been defeated by the devils. And it is because heaven of God's salvation is not acknowledged. Thus, it is the consequence of Indonesian people's rejection toward heaven, whereas the only way to resist devil's domination on human is heaven of Eden. The embedding of the bond of the vow spirit between the Holy Spirit, Lia Eden as God's messenger, and the devil, which is represented by Nyi Roro Kidul, that once embedded in Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden's bosom is to hold the flaring devil's insolence, which very much determines the changing of humans' habitat. As for the burden of the domination of devil's power, it could no longer be endured by Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden, who is already old, for the coexistence of Archangel Gabriel's inclusion in human world could not be understood by Indonesian people who know about this matter. And Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden, due to her old age, could bear not any longer the burden of the spirit of vow, which symbolized the battle of vows among the angel, human, and devil. Such also the rejection upon heaven which has been prolonged, and heaven has also been ignored. Therefore, the heavy and prolonged sacrifice by Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden is no longer needed. Moreover, the sacredness of heaven is about to be brought forward by God to be worldwide for the sake of executing God's court of justice and God's judgment. Thus God allows us to release the defense of the sacredness of the vows related to the harms of the devil's vow upon humans, which have besieged and dominating. Thus the Holy Spirit and Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden are allowed by God to release the burden of the covenant of the sacred vow, which all this time is well kept inside the body of Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden. And that is what caused Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden to always get sick, since the spirit of the vow was embedded inside her bosom. However, there is also an intense purification that is effective upon her. Moreover, God has come to the covenant to judge Nyiro Kidul and her followers all at once. Thus, afterwards, Indonesia will experience the condition of mystical murkiness. Many mystical occurrences which cause difficulties happen in Indonesia, and that is the sign of the devil's victory, for the role of Archangel Gabriel is ignored by humans. The mystical power in Indonesia will be strengthened and then reversed to dominate human. Many mystical occurrences, such as mass demonic possessions and hypnosis, as well as the prevailing of the mystical-based criminality, are getting stronger and flaring up. Idolatry that has been frequently warned by God refers to become a horror. And God let humankind fight to face the devils alone. This earth will be bright away from the flaring eeriness of mystical idolatry when the Queen of Heaven has been allowed by God to overcome all consequences of idolatry. Such is the procession of revocation of the spirit of the vow, which has been held on the seat of the Eden's throne on June the 29th, 2015. And this is how the procession is conducted. Embedding the spirit of Gabriel in the bosom of Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden. The Holy Quran, chapter Al-Anbiya, verse 91.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. والذي أحصنت فرجها فنفخنا فيها من روحنا وجعلناها وابنها آية للعالمين. صدق الله العظيم.
And remember her who guarded her chastity. We breathed into her of our spirit, and we made her and her son a sign for all peoples. And this is the verse that underlies the embedding of Jibril's spirit in the bosom of Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden. Jibril's spirit was embedded in the bosom of Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden, right at the spot where the spirit of the vow of the Holy Spirit and Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden toward Nyi Roro Kidul was placed previously, which stated will eliminate the myth of Nyi Roro Kidul, and that vow is bound to the vow of Nyi Roro Kidul who wants to destroy Eden. And that procession was held on August the 22nd, 2015 at Her Excellency Mother's bedroom upstairs. And as the sign that Jibril's spirit has been united completely with the spirit of Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden, surprisingly, the scepter of God's revelations signified it through the sparkling light that was captured briefly by Eden's video camera. Thus, there are two spirits inside the body of Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden. The one is Jibril's spirit that could come out from the body of Her Excellency Mother and appear identical to the original figure of her. The appearance of Jibril, who manifests exactly as Her Excellency Mother's figure, could appear anywhere that is decided by God. And this is the realization of the miracle of Eden that has been revealed. The appearance of Jibril could be recognized through his face that is identical to Leah Eden's and will appear suddenly at one place, and therein he conveys God's directions, and then he will disappear again. He could appear at one time amidst the throng, or at a prominent figure's private room, or at national as well as international conference room, to deliver directly the solution from God or to show the newest knowledge from God. Whilst Her Excellency Mother Leah Eden is still in Eden Palace, secluded by God, and she is not allowed to meet anybody and could only meet someone by God's permission. It is because she must focus on always writing God's revelation that is being descended down, and she must prepare everything that should be released to the public through Eden's discourse, as well as the broadcast of God's revelations through Eden's website. No one knows the figure of Archangel Jibril when he appears if there is no figure of someone to become his identity, as the figure of Leah Eden, who has stated herself for so long that she is with Jibril. The scepter of revelation sparkled as the sign that the spirit of Jibril will make this earth bright. After God allows the opening of the miracle of Gabriel's appearance as human identical to Leah Eden. Thus, this incident also validates Leah Eden as the reincarnation of Mary or Mariam, and this happening has been mentioned in the Holy Quran, chapter Maryam, verse 17. Chapter Maryam, verse 17.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. فاتخذت من دونهم حجابا فأرسلنا إليها روحنا فتمثل لها بشرا سويا صدق الله العظيم.
And she took in seclusion from them a screen. Then we sent to her our angel, and he represented himself to her as a well-proportioned man.